All right, Cory King, Executive Director of the Bath-Brunswick Regional Chamber, doing another one of our candidate spotlights. As always, the chamber participates in this just so that you, the citizens, get to and the business owners get to know who the candidates are. This is not an endorsement of any candidate, although we do like many of them. And next up is Jeff Pierce. Jeff, how are you, man?
Great, Corey. Good to see you again, and I want to thank you and the chamber for putting this on. It's a pleasure to always talking with you guys.
Yeah, it is great. It's a great way just to get people to get to know you and get to know what you're all about. I know with election season, you're busy knocking on doors and but you can't get to everybody. That's kind of why we do it. So, Jeff, 5 questions I'm going to throw at you. They're all pretty easy and should get you to be able to talk about what you want to talk about. So, first off, question number one: what district are you running for, and where does that cover?
I'm running for District 24, which is all of Sagadahoc County in the town of Dresden.
Down in Dresden, and that's on the Senate side. So
That's on the Senate side. That's correct, Corey.
beautiful. Jeff, question two, really easy. Tell us a little bit about your background and tell us why are you running for office?
Own a construction company in the town of Dresden for almost 33 years now. I was a vocational kid, came out of vocational training, and was able to put those skills to use and started my company when I was 23. I've been involved with the Alewife Harvesters of Maine, which is a great organization that helps promote fish passage and habitat restoration. I've also gone and got my real estate license in my own company now, Jeff Pierce Realty. Again, located in the fabulous metropolis of Dresden. I'm running because I'm mad. I want some roads paved, Corey. We don't need any new laws. I don't have anything burning that says we need a law on this. I want some roads paved. We need to fix our infrastructure. If you drive some of the back roads, you see the bushes are growing out into the roads. It's making it dangerous for people. But my biggest thing is vocational and technical training back in our high schools. Three-quarters of the state of Maine don't have access in high school to vocational training. Morse has a great voc program. Love them, tops them, and them share a school with Brunswick and Freeport. However, there's not enough slots for our kids. We need training back. When we have good vocational training, businesses will come here for a trained workforce, and that will help reduce our property taxes, Corey.
No, Jeff, and this is something that the chamber is super passionate about. I mean, I'm passionate about it. It's something that I look back in 2015, 2016, I was on a workforce group and I just started looking at the demographics and I just said, we are going to hit a retirement cliff here, and we're not backfilling for a lot of these industries, and so and the trades was the biggest one, because it's a confluence of things, but it was basically a lot of the baby boomer kids became working age late 70s, early 80s. They worked for 40 years. They're ready to retire, and we stopped pushing the trades for kids, and then we're like, boy, how did we get into this situation? And it's like because we're reaping exactly what we sowed because we told kids for 15 years in the 2000s not to go into trades and then they didn't, and then we're like, oh, we're what are we going to do?
Well, Corey,
Such an important thing.
a lot of the guys on the construction sites have hair my color. Not that silver's a bad color, but these kids need something to do when they get out of high school. I mean, this is an opportunity for them to come out as apprentices, go right into trades and get high paying jobs. These are good jobs. With all the heat pumps and stuff being installed, the tech piece of that's huge. I mean, our furnaces all have computers on them now. Our heat pumps have computers. We need a guy that can go to the truck and do both pieces. And that's one of my biggest focus is probably that. So
Well, and I was going to say too. I mean, you can't hit that point enough that these are good paying jobs, and they are
great
needed
jobs.
everywhere. I know MTech, the HVAC school in Brunswick. They've got 95, 98% job placement or something. I
Yeah.
mean, the businesses come and present to the students to say, please come work for us, rather than the students applying for the jobs. I mean, it's there's so much opportunity for students in the trades. Yeah, it's such a great focus, Jeff. I
Well,
love
that's what's going to move Maine forward. I mean,
it. Yeah.
you can't import enough people to do it. This is going to move Maine forward. It's going to it's going to help these people, enable them to buy houses. But companies are going to come here and say, look, there's a trained workforce in Maine.
Sure.
You know, Maine's a great state. You know, let's not. I'd like to retire, and I know a lot of other people who would. But if we can help get these kids so they can start their own businesses or be in the trades, these are, again, I can't stress what good paying jobs they are. And if you don't believe me, hire a plumber. See how much it costs.
Yeah. Right.
If you
Well,
can get one.
this kind of leads us into the third question. We like to ask all the candidates the same question. But what are the top three issues affecting Mainers right now that you look forward to working on if elected?
So again, we just talked about vocational training, so I'm going to go to the next one.
Yeah.
Is property tax relief. You know, the majority party in the last couple of years have they repealed Prop 1, which was passed in 2005. It was a citizens' initiative to cap property taxes. So if they had to raise taxes, they had to go back to the voters. Well, they repealed that. But in the same time, they also repealed the property tax freeze. They didn't want to work on the problem that they created. This property tax freeze can come back super easy. You're over 65, you've been in your own home for 25 years. That's something that they didn't do in the previous bill. You bring that back, and then there's people who have skin in the game. Their property taxes can only go up 1%, and when they're transferred, it gets reevaluated. Prop 1, reinstate that. So if you're going to go up 19.6% like they did in Thompson, 21% like they did in Bath, you have to go back and ask the voters to bring that money up. You can't just give them a bill, right? And then that's some of the restructuring around the schools and the vocational. I mean, schools are a big part of our budget. You're going to have, you know, some of the course curriculum could change. You know, everybody likes to pick on the teachers, and the teachers aren't paid enough. They teach the course curriculum they're given. The administration, everyone wants to pick on them. You go through it like you would any business. You say, what can we do with? What can we do without? And then you make decisions. So those vocational property taxes, and I'm going to go back, and you're going to hear me harp about fix the roads.
Yeah.
Fix the roads. It's costing people a lot of money in front end of repairs, tires, exhaust systems. You know, we're all struggling with high finances, you know, a high cost of living. So let's bring this back. And then we can work on electricity prices. Super easy. You're making taxpayers pay a private corporation stipends for renewables like solar and wind. You know, it gets added to your bill. Well, why should the state mandate us? We pay private corporations. GMP is a private corporation. Heberdrola is a private corporation. Amera is a private corporation. You know, if they want tax subsidies, it shouldn't come right directly out of the ratepayer. Let's fix some of this stuff, Cory. And again, it's not new laws. It's dealing with what we have. We're looking at almost $956 billion shortfall, $1 million shortfall, not billion shortfall, in the next biennium. Better have some people who are willing to stand tall and do the right thing.
There we go. There we go. Hey, fourth question here, and again, these are intentionally wide open, so you can go anywhere you want. But if voters could only know two things about you before they fill out their ballot, what would those two things be? That could be a thing about you personally. It could be some other issues. Whatever. When you leave after door knocking somebody, what do you hope that they know about you?
I don't think they know that I'm sincere in what I'm saying when I talk about vocational education, when I talk about tax relief, when I talk about energy, that they know I'm going to go fight for them. There's some stuff out there about me for people have done videos saying, that they trust me, they know me, I'm a handshake guy. I've run a company now since I was 23 years old, and I've never, ever been taken to court. I've never even been offered to take in court. You ask any of my clients, anybody who knows me, I'm a handshake guy. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I mean it. I'm not a politician. If I was really slick, I would have greased my hair up or something, right? But no, I'm just teasing. You know that. But I do mean what I say, and I do stand by my principles and my convictions. Ask my wife. 35 years I've been married.
Well, congratulations on that alone, man. That's great. Do you have anything I didn't ask you about that you want to talk about?
I'm there. Like I said, my biggest drum is to beat is vocational, reducing power, and taxes.
Oh,
But a lot of people don't know that I have a lot to do with the alewife harvesters of Maine and
yeah,
fish passage and habitat restoration. Since I've been doing this, we've had almost 200,000 acres of habitat restored in the state of Maine. I'm deeply concerned with the environment and fish passage and clean water. I mean, it all starts at the ocean, man. And if we can get these rivers clean, again, it brings people here.
that's it.
We want Maine to be the destination spot for work, for play. That's what we need. I mean, that would encourage tourism. You got clean water, you got great habitat, work and play, but you got to have a place to work. And that means you need a trained workforce and
Yeah.
lower energy costs.
Well, and it's great for relocators too. You put that pitch together, and that's something that people can build a life around. I love that. Jeff,
Yeah.
last question. What's the best way for people to connect with you or find out more about you as a candidate?
So I'm super easy to get a hold of. If you can't find me, the internet's not working, my phone's not working, nothing's working, so we're in trouble anyways. Jeff Pierce for Senate, Facebook. You can leave a private message, you can leave a public message. I answer everything. And I'm going to give you my cell phone number, and this is the one I carry. 207-441-3006. Super easy to get a hold of me. You ask me a question. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it and get back to you. We don't know everything, but at least I'll try. And you know what? I'll answer any question. Any question.
There we go. Well, I do appreciate you answering my questions, Jeff. Good to see you again.
You're easy.
Well, thank you very much. That's my goal. Just let you get your message out.
Try going to a door, Cory. Some of the questions aren't easy.
They're not. I'm happy to be your easiest interview this week. So thanks, Jeff. Good talking to you, bud.
Good talking to you. And thanks again, Cory, and the chamber for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Happy to, man. All right.